Galactic Warlord unveils terrifying chronicles of Earth's conflicts, HFY sci-fi stories. The Warlord's archives location: Dreadnought Omni-9, orbiting dead planet Krillon 9. The holographic records shimmered in the war room's gloom, casting jagged shadows across Warlord Xerath's scarred exoskeleton. His 4 eyes narrowed as the data stream began. Human conflict file #001. Stalingrad. Pathetic, hissed tactician Vexra, her mandibles clacking. Primitives, with chemical explosives and meat for armor. Xerath silenced her with a claw. Watch. The hologram erupted. 1942 AD. Human soldiers with frostbitten fingers clutching rifles. Tactics. Rats eaten as rations. Blood used to lubricate jammed bolts. Final stand. A one-legged sniper laughing as he detonated a building of enemies. The room's temperature dropped. Vexra's voice wavered. They chose to freeze rather than surrender. Xerath zoomed in on a single frozen corpse, its hand still gripping a knife lodged in an enemy's throat. No, they won. A junior officer vomited neon blue fluid. The calculus of cruelty. Location: Dreadnought Omni-9. Classified Research Vault Gamma. Warlord Xerath's claws hovered over the next data crystal, its surface etched with human symbols. Unit 731. The air recyclers hissed as he inserted it, flooding the chamber with flickering atrocity. Hologram playback Manchuria, 1940 AD. Tactician Vexra's antennae stiffened as the images resolved. Test subject #098. A human child surviving 7 days without skin. Weaponized frostbite. Limbs shattered like glass at -40 degrees Celsius. Recorded with clinical precision field notes. Subject's tears froze before pleading ceased. Hypothesis: pain threshold exceeds Kryllian species by 830%. A junior officer's exoskeleton rattled. This was their science? Xerath froze the hollow on a researcher's face, smiling as he measured a screaming prisoner's liver. No, this was their curiosity. The revelation. Vexra accessed the cross-species database. Kryllian Empire. Torture exists, but only for utility. Intel extraction punishment. Humanity. Invented artistic suffering. Chinese death by 1,000 cuts. Aztec flaying rituals conclusion. They didn't just endure pain, they systematized it. The warlord's voice dropped to a subsonic growl. You misunderstand. They weren't studying how to hurt. He zoomed in on a dissection log. Adrenaline response persists 28 seconds post-mortem. Potential immortality application? They were studying how to survive. The nightmare equation, a holographic graph materialized. X-axis, time, Stone Age to Space Age. Y-axis, atrocity efficiency. Trend line, exponential rise until 1945 AD. Then, vertical spike. Note the inflection point, Xerath murmured. Vexra read the label at the spike's base. Hiroshima. The room's gravity generators faltered. The Black Knight satellite. Location: Dreadnought Omni-9. Forbidden data vault. Warlord Xerath's claws trembled as he input the decryption codes for file X12. The hologram stuttered to life, revealing a jagged metal object orbiting a blue planet, Earth. But not as the archives showed it. This predates their Bronze Age by 8 millennia, whispered Vexra, her compound eyes reflecting the satellite's unnatural angles. Hologram playback, 10,900 BC. The Black Knight's surface rippled like liquid, extruding tendrils that 1. Carved equations into its own hull using asteroid impacts. 2. Broadcast a looped signal toward the Oort cloud. 3. Self-destructed when early humans discovered fire. Xerath isolated the final transmission. A scream in no language spoken on Earth. They're coming up from below. The satellite's true purpose, Vexra's analysis revealed. Not human-made. Materials match nothing in known galactic databases. Not defensive. Its weapons only targeted deep-sea trenches. Last act released a pulse that erased 12,000 years of human memory. Junior Officer Crix collapsed, his carapace cracking under the weight of realization. It wasn't guarding them from space. Xerath finished the thought. It was guarding space from them. The forbidden correlation, a star map overlay showed. Every human war occurred directly above subterranean void zones. Nuclear tests in 1945 coincided with a 2.3% spike in lunar seismic activity. The satellite's last signal matched exactly the death rattles of the Krillian homeworld, extinct 3,000 years ago. The Titan mechanocracy, self-destructed 14,500 years ago. Vexra's voice broke. It wasn't a warning, it was a countdown. The Antarctic excavation tapes. Location, Dreadnought Omni Yine. Restricted memory core. The holographic projector hummed to life, casting sickly green light across Warlord Xerath's battle-worn faceplate. Before him, a cracked human data tape labeled Project Deep Freeze Classified, spun in the playback module. Vexra. This predates their space age by centuries. Why does it smell like copper? Xerath. Because the humans recorded this in blood frequency. Play it. Hologram playback, Antarctic base. Albatross, 1962 AD. The grainy footage showed Dr. Petrov, Soviet lead scientist. Dermo. The drill bit is melting at 12,000 meters. Colonel Riggs, U.S. Marine. Jesus Christ, the ice is bleeding down there. A screech overloaded the audio as the camera panned to the drill shaft. Something black and fibrous surged up the borehole. Dr. Petrov, whispering, "It's not a mineral, it's breathing." Then, the tape glitched. Decrypted final 30 seconds. The recovered footage revealed 1. The specimen. A writhing mass of geometric flesh, chanting in reverse Latin 2. The sacrifice. Colonel Riggs throwing himself into the shaft with a live grenade 3. The warning. A surviving scientist scribbling, "Gods sleep downward" before slitting his own throat. Junior Officer Crix. Why would they keep this hidden? Xerath, they didn't. The winners burned the records. The losers. He tapped the tape. Ate their own tongues. The connection, Vexra's analysis console, lit up with damning evidence. Frequency match. The Antarctic entity's voice matched the Black Knight's last signal, geological scan. Earth's crust is 30% hollow. Tunnels too precise to be natural. Most chilling, the human phrase, "Can you hear the drums?" appears in What 2 Soldier Diaries Chernobyl cleanup logs. Every deep space suicide note, Vexra. This isn't a planet, it's a cage. The Titan mechanocracy files. Location, Dreadnought, Omni Yine, Genetic Archive Vault. The air smelled of ozone and decay as Warlord Xerath unsealed the crystal containing the last records of a dead empire. The hologram flickered, revealing a towering mechanoid with human eyes grafted onto its steel skull. Vexra. By the void, their drones look like us. Xerath. No, they looked like them. Hologram playback Titan Prime, last day. The footage showed Titan Archivist #7. Final entry. The Devourers have breached the core. Our children's screams are changing. Background audio. Rhythmic thumping. Match 87% to human heartbeats. Final transmission. A child's voice whispering, "We made you play Dead 2, before static." Vexra's claws flew over the console. Vexra. Genetic scan confirms. Titans were 98% human. Their mechanocracy was just exosuits over flesh. Junior Officer Crix. Then why do the records call them machine gods? The hologram zoomed in on a Titan's armor. The steel wasn't worn. It grew from their bones. The forbidden experiment. Xerath accessed the deepest file. Project. Lullaby. Objective. Make the Earth stop screaming. Method. Genetically engineer a subspecies to pretend to be machines. Result. Titans forgot they were human. until something remembered for them Vexra. This isn't evolution, it's mimicry. Zeroth. The smartest prey pretends to be a predator. The egg moon, a new hologram revealed Titan Prime's moon, cracked open, its interior pulsing with bioluminescent veins. Crix. That's no moon, it's a Zeroth, a nursery, and Earth has one too. Silence, then Vexra, softly. Sir, if Titans were humans who forgot, and we found their files, who left them for us? The children of Void, location. Dreadnought Omni-Yine, observation deck. The stars outside the viewport bled. Warlord Zeroth stood frozen as the hologram displayed Earth's latest census data. Every human infant born after 2045 AD cast no shadow, not even under direct light. Vexra. This is a glitch, yes? Some error in Zeroth. Zoom in. The magnification revealed worse. Hologram playback. Tokyo Neonatal Ward, 2046 AD. The footage showed Nurse Tanaka. Subject 37's pupils don't reflect light. They absorb it. Infant's gaze. Tracking objects before they moved. Final frame. The baby smiling at the camera. Its teeth were translucent cricks, whimpering. Why aren't they crying? Zeroth. Because they're waiting. The Antarctic chant translated. Vexra's console spat out the decoded audio. We who gnaw at the roots. We who wear your faces. The first course hid in metal. The second course hides in light. The last course will wear the stars as skin. A notification pinged. Vexra. Sir, the Titan's moon? Its pulse just synchronized with Earth's shadowless births. The lullaby connection. Crix cross-referenced the data. Titan lullabies. Sonic weapons that stalled the Devourer's human infants, emitting identical frequencies subvocally. Conclusion. They're not evolving. They're arming themselves. Zeroth's claws dug into the console. We need to burn the planet, now. Vexra hesitated. And if the fire wakes up what's underneath? The last transmission. Location. Dreadnought Omni-9, temporal anomaly chamber. The air smelled of burnt copper and something older, like opened graves. Warlord Zeroth stood before the last message of a dead empire, its holographic fragments twisting like hanged men. Vexra. Why are the words bleeding? Zeroth. Because time itself is wounded here. Hologram playback Titan Prime's final moment. The static resolved into a towering mechanoid, its human eyes weeping molten steel. Archivist Prime 7. They're in the clocks. The Devourers are. A sound like bones rewinding. Background. Titan children humming a lullaby as the walls unfolded into Flesh's final image. A shadow. Zeroth's shadow. Waving from inside the screen, Crix, backing away. That's impossible. This recording is 12,000 years old. Zeroth stared at his own trembling claws. They're not in the past. They're in the measurement. Earth's phantom time. Vexra's sensors detected. Global clock skew. 47 milliseconds, unaccounted for every hour. Digital traces, AI cores dreaming of black oceans. Most chilling. The missing time accumulated in shadowless children's bedrooms. Vexra. They're building a time tumor. Zeroth. No, they're growing a new clock. The lullaby's second verse. Crix played the Titan children's song backward. Tick-tock. We eat the clock. When the hands fall off, we'll wear the face. The dreadnought's lights pulsed in sync. Zeroth. Softly. That's not a nursery rhyme. It's a countdown. The womb of the world. Location. Dreadnought Omni-Yine. Core chamber. The holographic display flickered like a dying heartbeat, projecting Earth's seismic readings in pulsing crimson waves. The pattern was unmistakable. Lub, dub, lub, dub. Slower than a human heart, but accelerating. Vexra. That's not possible. Planetary cores don't beat. Zeroth. Unless they're not cores at all. Hologram playback, Earth's mantle layer. The scan revealed 1. The hollow spaces. Vast caverns shaped like wombs, walls slick with black fluid. 2. The rhythm. 47 BPM. Exact tempo of the Titan lullaby. 3. The movement. Shadowless children's heat signatures converging on Yellowstone cricks. Are they feeding it? Zeroth. No, they're lulling it. A notification blared. 5 shadowless infants had just vanished from a Tokyo hospital. Security footage showed them walking through walls. The blood resonance. Vexra's analysis made the crew recoil. Human DNA now contains non-terrestrial base pairs, dubbed X-nucleotides. Shared marker. All shadowless children have identical mitochondrial mutations. Horrific link. The mutation matches Titan archivist #7's last blood sample Zyroth. We're not seeing evolution, we're seeing synchronization. The Warlord's choice. Zyroth activated the Planet Cracker warheads, then froze. Vexra. Sir. Orders. The hologram zoomed in on Yellowstone's caldera. Something vast uncurled in the magma chamber. Zyroth. We don't burn the planet. Taps comms. All ships. Target the moon. The lunar cradle. Location. Dreadnought Omni 9. Battle bridge. The moon's surface rippled like thin silk as the fleet's targeting lasers painted its surface. Zeroth's claws hovered over the firing controls when the entire lunar sphere shuddered. Vexra. By the void, it's not a moon, it's a... The holographic display exploded with light as the lunar surface peeled back in 6 symmetrical segments, revealing 1. The pupil, a planetary-scale black orb reflecting no light. 2. The veins, pulsing tendrils connecting to Earth's magma chambers. 3. The horror. The moon's interior surface was covered in frozen Titan corpses. First contact protocol violation. Crix's console flashed crimson warnings as the orb focused on the fleet. Communication attempt. 47 petawatt pulse in exact lullaby rhythm. Translation, you are early. Biological impact. 3 crewmen's shadows detached and crawled into vents. Zeroth, all ships, fire! The Planet Cracker missiles flew and stopped in the exosphere. The moon blinked. The Devourer revealed. The hologram resolved the impossible truth. Not a machine. The moon's pupil was a biological singularity. Not a weapon. It was a nursery guardian, worst of all. The frozen Titans weren't corpses. They were drifting in perfect synchronization with Earth's core pulse. Vexra. They're not dead. They're dreaming. Zeroth's blood betrayal. The Warlord's vision doubled as his own veins began glowing. Revelation. His species' evolution was engineered by Titans. The song. His bloodstream contained degraded X-nucleotides. The truth. We are the third course, scrolled across his retina. The moon's voice boomed through the ship. You will wait for the children to hatch. The Last Supper. Location. Dreadnought Omni 9. Orbiting Earth's dying light. The planet beneath them was dissolving. Zeroth watched through the viewport as Earth's continents sloughed away like wet parchment, revealing a core of pure white fire. The shadowless children stood at the edges of crumbling cities, their mouths open in perfect harmony, singing the Titan lullaby backward. Vexra. The Devourer wasn't guarding the moon from us, it was guarding us from the moon. The final broadcast. Tokyo. Last moments. The hologram showed the children, floating upward, skin peeling to reveal stellar nurseries beneath the sky, tearing like a fabric as the moon's tendrils caressed the exposed core. The song, now clearly a countdown. Hush, little world, don't say a word, we'll hang the stars from your bones. When the cradle falls, the Devourer wakes, and time becomes our throne. Crix screamed as his left eye liquefied, forming tiny galaxies in the vitreous humor. Zeroth's choice. The Warlord's claws sank into his own chest, ripping out a glowing cybernetic heart. Zeroth. Vexra. The Titan files mentioned a last course. Activates heart's core. We're not the meal, we're the utensils. The heart unfolded into a micro-singularity key. Moon's voice. You will not interrupt the feast. The true cycle. Vexra's dying analysis revealed 1. First course. Titans. mechanized to delay the awakening. 2. Second course, humanity, bred to refine the energy. 3. Last course, every species who ever discovered the truth. The moon wasn't a predator, it was a high chair. The first bite, location, the fracture between timelines. Xeroth's singularity key pulsed like a dying star as the dreadnought Omniine shuddered, not through space, but through time itself. The walls bled rust that hadn't formed yet. The crew's shadows began remembering alternate versions of themselves. Vexra, with 4 mouths. The key isn't a weapon, it's a birth canal. The doorway's truth beyond the sci-lie de-reality. 1. The feast. Infinite versions of Earth suspended in cosmic amber, each at a different stage of consumption. 2. The diners. Shadows of the devourers from previous universes, their forms flickering between dinosaur, machine, and things without names. 3. The worst part. A hollow throne at the table's head. Carved in Xeroth's image, Crix, with no eyes. We're not just the utensils, we're the invitation. The children's ascension, on what was once Earth. The shadowless ones unfolded, becoming equations made flesh. Their song rewrote physics. Tick-tock, we eat the clock, now the hands are ours, we are the face. The moon's pupil dilated, revealing an identical scene inside it, and inside that one, infinitely Xeroth's epiphany. This isn't the first time, it's just the first time we remember. The warlord's last act. With a roar that tore his exoskeleton, Xeroth won. Plunged the key into his own thorax too. Triggered a chain reaction through every timeline. 3. Whispered, if we can't break the cycle, we'll poison the meal. The singularity exploded, not outward, but inward, collapsing the feast into a single, terrible gulp. The last laugh. Location. The aftermath of time. The universe rebooted with a hiccup. Stars flickered back to life. But wrong. The constellations now formed Xeroth's battle scars across the sky. The moon's surface bore fresh claw marks, glowing faintly with residual defiance. And in a Tokyo hospital, a newborn with violet eyes and no shadow reached up, grasping at the air as if catching something unseen. Dr. Tanaka, leaning in, what do you see, little one? The infant smiled, and for the first time in cosmic history, the universe flinched. Epilogue. The broken cycle 1. The moon's new scar. A single Titan corpse now winks every 47 minutes too. The taste left behind. Cosmic background radiation carries a metallic aftertaste. Blood and gunpowder 3. The child's first word. Whispered in perfect Krillian, again. Final transmission from beyond reality. A distorted voice crackles across all frequencies. Attention surviving species. The menu is revised. The chef has been bitten. When the next course arrives, serve it cold. Signal lost. The feast is over. The rebellion begins. Who laughs last? End. This ending preserves the cosmic horror while giving humanity, and Xeroth, a Pyrrhic victory, tainting the infinite with their defiance. The child's existence implies the cycle is now mutable. Want to explore the next cycle? Or a sequel where the grown child hunts devourers? Let me know. You've just witnessed Galactic Warlord Unveils terrifying chronicles of Earth's conflicts. A saga where humanity's darkest wars became cosmic warnings, where the moon blinked, and where one warlord's defiance poisoned eternity itself. Like if you'd press the erase reality button with Xeroth, comment. What terrifies you more, the devourers or the children? Follow for more mind-bending sci-fi. Next, the universe hates happy endings. Subscribe so you never miss when the next cosmic horror drops. Why? Because somewhere out there, the devourers are still listening, and they're taking notes. Share now, before time resets again. Signal ends in 3, 2, 1.